Hey everybody, this is Dre with Yukozo Otaku Gaming. Today I have something super exciting to tell y'all about. It is a game I have been waiting forever to come out, and I was not sure if it was going to be something I would like or not. Let's dive in. The name of the game is Persona 5 Strikers. It recently released on February 23rd for the Nintendo Switch, the PC, and the PlayStation 4. If you don't know what Persona 5 Strikers is, it is a Dynasty Warriors style game that basically takes place 6 months after the original base version of Persona 5. So Persona 5 had its original release, and then it later came out with an expanded release called Persona 5 Royal. That edition added some extra stuff and built out the end a little bit as well. I wasn't really sure how I thought at first about a direct sequel to Persona 5. Some of the spin-off stuff gets into some kind of interesting territory. I know people really love the dancing games, but Dynasty Warrior twist, I wasn't really sure where that was going to go at all. I came into the game with my expectations not set very high, I will say that. I kind of thought that it was going to be a quick cash grab on Atlus's part to try to grab more money out of the Persona 5 group, and wow, I could not have been more wrong. I was dead wrong on that. So immediately when I started the game, I just felt like these really strong Persona 5 vibes. Like everything that I really truly loved and was excited about in the original version of the game, it just flooded all over me. It was fantastic. I couldn't have imagined them doing it better. I started off with the PC version, and the first thing I noticed was the graphics are A+. They are absolutely outstanding. I really enjoyed it. It looked basically like everything I remember about Persona 5, just more enhanced, a little bit crisper, a little bit smoother looking. I think they kind of upscaled the textures. I'm not really sure, but it looks really good. I guess part of my hesitation that I had about this game in the first place was I've never really played Dynasty Warriors. A long time ago, I played a little bit of Dynasty Warriors, but I've never really deep dived into the series. I've never seen, everything that was going on. I was pretty much a newcomer when it came down to it. Luckily for me, they actually took the mechanics that you would find in a traditional Dynasty Warriors game, and they somehow blended it in this beautiful fusion with what you normally expected from the turn-based action of Persona 5. I played it on both the Nintendo Switch and on the PC, and in both cases, the action part was just butter smooth throughout. The more I got into the combat, I actually realized I was playing it more like a Persona 5 game. It felt very comfortable for me, and everything was really manageable. There was some challenges that I came to here and there, but as I kind of gripped on to those mechanics better, the game became a much smoother experience, and before I knew it, I was cutting down hard enemies and getting into bosses and kind of strategizing my way through it all. It's a huge rush. It's challenging, but it's also very fair in a way, as long as you kind of know how to utilize those normal mechanics that you'd use with Persona or any Shin Megami Tensei games. You always want to look at what the weaknesses are of the enemies and then counteract that with the skills in your party. I think one of the first things when I was streaming the game, I caught this, the very first thing that they give you is a DLC pack, because I got the digital deluxe edition, and it came with a slew of music from the original Persona, Persona 2, Persona 3, and Persona 4 soundtracks. And the best part about it is you can go into the audio settings and you can set your playlist to play random. So when you get into battles, unlike Persona 5 Royal, where you had to pick series that you wanted to have the music themed at during your battles, in Strikers you can actually have it rotate through that list. So every battle you get into will be able to queue up some of that old music, the new music, and everything in between. So this is just a first impressions video, and I'm not going to deep dive into all the aspects of the game, but I do want to talk about the writing and the story. So I came into it with a lot of hesitancy. A lot of times when they do these spin-offs and stuff, they go into this really weird areas, and you're not really sure what to expect. Sometimes things just seem so far off canon, it seems goofy or not quite as digestible to someone who's like a hardcore fan of the original franchise. This game is the exact opposite. I felt completely immersed. I felt like I was joining my friends again that I had experienced a previous adventure for, and this felt like a very strong continuation from where we were at before. They do introduce a few new characters. I've only really gotten to a character that they call Sophie or Sophia, as she's an AI, and once again, I'm not gonna get deep into that part of it, but she's really exciting. She's actually probably one of the most exciting Persona characters that I've seen in a long time. I'm going to continue with more coverage on a deep dive, and I'm also going to do some graphical comparisons between the Nintendo Switch version and the PC version. One of my favorite systems that they added into the game was called the Bond system, and as you play, you create further bonds with your party members and team members by doing different like side activities and just going through like your main quest. Those will, when you level up, you'll gain points for your Bond skills, and you can open up this little map that has all these different icons, and you can actually choose different things. You can get increases in your magic, you can get drop rates higher, you can navigate dungeons easier, just a whole slew of things. And as you continue to progress through the game, they give you more options to unlock as you go through. It's a lot of fun, and it's really helpful when you get stuck in something very difficult, like a boss fight that you don't think you can really beat. You can go back into your Bond points. You get that little bit of juice that you need to just kind of push you through that, along with your tactics that you're utilizing. Another highlight that I'd say that just immediately jumped out at me is the voice acting in this one is through the roof. The new characters are absolutely phenomenal. You get kind of this creepy new guy that comes into the picture. Once again, I'm not going to go into it, but there's a creepy new guy who comes into the picture, and his voice acting is probably some of the best I have heard in quite a long time. He has a ton of personality with his voice, and as his character progresses, you really get this really strong feeling of who the character is by also not really knowing who the character is at the same time. It is really, really well done. So like I've said, I've only played the game for about 10 hours now. I do look forward to playing through it a lot more. I've heard the game's roughly about 40 to 60 hours, depending on how you play through stuff. I've kind of found myself that I'm a little slower playing through games. I like to kind of search around and dig and see what kind of things I can find. So I'm kind of expecting my playthrough to be a little bit on the longer end. But it's just excitement throughout. Like, the game keeps you hooked, it keeps you engaged, and I just don't even want to stop playing it. I'm really glad I got the Nintendo Switch version as well, because I can just sit and lay in bed, and I can do grinding, and I can build up my skills and make my team more awesome. And I can also play on like a harder difficulty and stuff too, which I think is going to be a lot of fun. I think my big takeaway from all this is that the game is awesome. And if you like Persona, you like anime, you like Dynasty Warriors games, you like any of that kind of stuff, I 100% suggest that you buy this. You should absolutely get this game. It is super awesome. You will have a great time, and it is a ton of fun. I want to thank everybody for coming in today. I appreciate all your views and stuff. The YouTube page has been going really great, and we really do appreciate that. You can catch us live on Facebook Gaming, Yokozo Otaku Gaming. We have links in the description for that if you want to check us out. We play Monday, Tuesday evenings. I also play Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne on Thursdays, and then Bree streams on Fridays and on Sundays. If you're new to the page, remember to hit that subscribe button. And if you like the content, hit like. And if you don't like the content, feel free to hit dislike too. It lets us know what kind of content you guys want to see in the future.